Alrighty, so today I'm gonna make chicken lettuce wraps. So first let me show you what all our ingredients are. Most important part, the sauce. This has sriracha, raw honey, garlic powder, crushed red peppers, and gluten-free reduced sodium soy sauce. No point in having all that extra sodium. Over here is the sauce, which I will add about a little more than half onto the chicken, which I've cubed up into really tiny pieces. The rest of it I will combine with the squash, corn, and broccoli once the chicken has marinated. And then these are the romaine leaves I'm gonna put the chicken in. And then over here I am boiling some white rice. And once everything's cooked, it will all get mixed together right in here, and then I'll assemble. Alrighty, so I went ahead and marinated the chicken, and now it's time to add the vegetables. I find that to cook them to my liking, which is cooked but not mushy, it's good to put them in first, just because the chicken will cook very quickly. So we're adding in the broccoli and the squash. I'm gonna get something to mix it with. Let's do this. Alrighty, so these have no seasoning. This is just in a pan with Pam. I personally, in this kind of recipe with a sauce, I like to add the sauce more on the end and just marinate one element of it. I find that that way it's not too overpowering and you don't risk the chance of scalding the pan. So while these veggies cook up, I am just going to wait for them to brown, keep mixing that rice over there, and then we're going to go ahead and add the corn and the chicken. One tip when you're sauteing or baking vegetables is that if they're a drier vegetable like the broccoli and don't have a lot of moisture, you can actually go ahead and cook those without any oil and save on some fat. Things like squash that have a bit more moisture, if you did it without the Pam or any sort of fatty component, you're going to risk the chance of scalding it or getting it stuck to the pan. So as you can see, all of these things are moving around nicely. If it was just the broccoli, I probably wouldn't have used any Pam, but since the squash is in there, better be safe than sorry. Alrighty, so I went ahead and sprayed another layer of Pam on here because I'm going to add the corn. And the chicken certainly needs a little bit more oil? Yeah, a little more oil. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and add this chicken, but first I'm going to drain off some of the juices. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to put it all in there. Because remember, we've got extra. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and mix this up. Hopefully you can hear me. Kind of get an even layer. After about a minute, I will toss it about a little more. Also, I had been cooking it on medium-high, but I turned it down a little bit, so this is where I'll be cooking it at. However, stovetops do vary, so just do it on a medium setting. Alrighty, so as you can see, the chicken's cooking along. I'm gonna stir it in just a minute, but before I do, let me show you this. So this is, I would say, the standard amount of white rice you get at Asian restaurants. This is 2.5 servings. I don't know about you, but when I go, I eat this whole thing. So just keep that in mind next time you are out eating, because restaurants do not portion control correctly. So just a little tip from me to you. Time to stir. Ooh, yeah. So you can do whatever you'd like, but when it comes to chicken for me, I like to cook it at a slightly lower heat, just so that it stays tender and doesn't dry out, because chicken dries out quite easily. So as you can see, there's still a bit of rawness in here, so I'm going to give this another 3 or 4 minutes and then we'll assemble. Alrighty, so now the chicken is all cooked through and most of the marinade has dissolved. You need to make sure you cook all the marinade through. Make sure it's bubbling, which mine is. Otherwise, you could possibly get some cross-contamination from the chicken that was raw previously. So mine is cooked, so I'm going to go ahead and add in all this rice. Okie doke. So got that in there. Now, doesn't this look good? Okay. Now I'm going to add in the rest of the marinade. Ooh, getting steamy. And I'm going to go ahead and combine everything one-handedly. And once I get this all combined, I'm actually going to turn the heat up a little bit because I'd like to get this liquid a little thicker and make sure everything's coated real good. So once I do that, I will let you know. Alrighty, so I took this off the heat. As you can see, the moisture is much less. So that got soaked all up into that rice. And now it's all assembled. So, alrighty, so my camera died, but you got to see the finished product. It was really good. It wasn't too filling. Left me feeling satisfied but not stuffed. I have 2 portions of leftovers, so that'll be great for lunch. You can take it to work, you can take it to school. You know, you can really just eat it on its own, like stir fry, or you can go ahead and put it in the lettuce, make those lettuce wraps. And you can really customize this dish kind of however you want. You can use brown rice, you can use really any vegetables you have on hand, use shrimp, use steak, make it your own. You know, it's cooking. There's really not a lot you can do wrong as far as what flavors you like and what you want to put together. So make it your own, and I hope you like it. If anyone watches this other than my parents, feel free to let me know if you have any tips, any questions, or any feedback at all. And if there's a recipe you want to see, let me know. Thanks for watching.